Good morning, Coleman. Thank you for joining us on Coleman Today. I'm your host, Christine Wiggins, and today is Tuesday, June 2nd. Coming up on Coleman Today, Hanceville city leaders are moving forward with park improvements and a liquor license for a local restaurant. Plus, Holly Pond graduate is set to return home as the next leader of Holly Pond Elementary School. And a planned sewer repair will close part of St. Joseph Street Northwest in Cullman for much of today. All of this plus sports, weather, and more. Now let's take a closer look at the top stories happening in Cullman today. The Hanceville City Council approved several items Thursday, May 28th, including funding for park improvements and a liquor license for a local restaurant. Council members approved a three-phase improvement plan for C.W. Day Park, combining planned park upgrades and fencing work into one larger project. The plan carries a total budget of $525,000 over 3 years, with the first phase expected to include work on 2 ball fields and resurfacing of the court. The council also approved a budget amendment moving $25,317 from the Veterans Park Improvement Fund to C.W. Day Park. That money will be used to install a playground between ball fields 3 and 4, along with an enclosure gate behind the playground. Following a public hearing, the council approved a liquor license for Azul Tequila Mexican Cantina. Council members also recognized the Hanceville 12U baseball team, which holds a 22-1 record, and approved several administrative items, including deputy overtime pay, surplus fire hoses, and a Square credit card terminal for the library. The next council meeting is set for June 11th. Cullman County Schools has selected Lindsey Howard as the next principal of Holly Pond Elementary School, pending approval by the Cullman County Board of Education. Howard is a Holly Pond High School graduate and brings more than 15 years of experience in elementary education, literacy leadership, and school administration. She currently serves as assistant principal at Arab Primary School. She previously worked as an Alabama Reading Initiative local reading specialist and spent more than 10 years teaching at East Elementary School in Cullman City Schools. Cullman County School Superintendent Dr. Shane Barnett said Howard's classroom experience, literacy background, and administrative work have prepared her well for the role. Howard said she's honored to return to the community she calls home and looks forward to working with Holly Pond Elementary educators, families, and staff. She will succeed Karen Sparks, who is retiring. Barnett's recommendation will go before the Cullman County Board of Education at its June 11th meeting. Pending board approval, Howard will officially begin July 1st. And drivers in Cullman should watch for a planned road closure today. The City of Cullman Sewer Department will make a repair on St. Joseph Street Northwest at the intersection of Rosemont Avenue Northwest. The closure is scheduled to begin at 8 a.m. and is expected to remain in place most of the day. City officials said emergency vehicles will not be able to pass through the work zone during the repair. Motorists are encouraged to use alternate routes and avoid the area if possible. And that's all for our top stories this morning. Coming up, Alabama baseball is headed back to the Super Regionals after an extra inning thriller in Tuscaloosa. Sports is next. Welcome back. Alabama baseball is moving on in the NCAA tournament after a dramatic 9-7 win over Oklahoma State on Sunday night in Tuscaloosa. The number 7 national seed Crimson Tide punched its ticket to the Super Regional round with an 11-inning victory at Sewell Thomas Stadium. Catcher Brady Neal delivered the biggest swing of the night, breaking a 6-6 tie with a 2-out, 3-run homer in the 11th inning. Neal finished with 4 RBIs and was later named the Tuscaloosa Regional Most Valuable Player. Eric Hines also homered for Alabama, tying the game in the 8th, while Jason Torres added a solo shot in the 5th. John Lim broke in 2 runs, and Hagan Banks closed it out on the mound with 6 strikeouts over the final 3 innings. Alabama swept the Tuscaloosa Regional and reached 40 wins for the second straight season. The Tide will now host a Super Regional for the first time since 2006, with the opponent, dates, and game times still to be announced. And that wraps up sports for today. Coming up next, writers from across Alabama gathered in Hanceville for a night celebrating poetry, creativity, and literacy. And Cullman County Extension will show residents how to turn fresh tomatoes and peppers into homemade salsa. Welcome back. Now it's time to speed things up with a news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. The Cullman County Board of Education and AmFirst recently recognized 2 employees for their work in county schools. Gerrita Cleghorn of West Point Middle School was named Teacher of the Month. Cleghorn has taught 8th grade science at West Point Middle for 20 years and is set to retire at the end of the school year. School leaders credited her with helping students through engaging labs, meaningful lessons, and a steady commitment to the classroom. Kerrie McCluskey of Good Hope Middle School was named Staff Member of the Month. McCluskey serves as the school's Child Nutrition Program Manager and was recognized for the positive atmosphere she helps create for students and staff. Both honorees received a $100 gift card from AmFirst. Writers from across Alabama gathered Friday, May 29th at Shirley Burden Public Library in Hanceville for the library's annual Poetry Night and Poetry Competition. The event was created to encourage literacy and creativity during National Poetry Month and has grown into a local tradition. This year's contest drew more than 40 entries, with participants allowed to submit up to 3 poems. Library manager Teresa Rivera said the competition featured a wide range of styles, from short pieces to longer works, with poems expressing joy, pain, humor, and personal reflection. Published poet Will Justice Drake helped organize the event and judged the entries anonymously. The winning poem focused on pomegranates and stood out for its strong imagery and language. Poetry Night is held the last Friday of each month at 6 p.m. and will continue through October. Cullman County, Alabama Extension will host a Garden to Pantry Salsa Soirée workshop Tuesday, June 16th at the North Alabama Agriplex. The class will run from 2 to 5 p.m. and will focus on helping residents turn fresh tomatoes and peppers into homemade salsa. Participants will learn how to grow and preserve ingredients, along with the nutritional benefits of salsa as a healthy snack. Each participant will also take home a sample jar of salsa. The workshop is designed for gardeners, farmer market shoppers, and anyone interested in learning how to make better use of fresh local produce. The cost is $15 and registration is available online at aces.edu/go/6396. The Link of Cullman County is offering Camp Spark, a free social-emotional learning camp designed to help children build confidence, strengthen friendships, and better understand their emotions. The camp uses the Spark Initiative curriculum and includes activities, games, and group discussions focused on emotional awareness, communication, kindness, and problem solving. Organizers say the program is designed to give children practical tools they can use long after summer ends, while learning in a small, supportive environment where every camper feels encouraged and included. The camp is aimed at helping children navigate big feelings, make new friends, and develop stronger self-confidence. Registration is free, and families can sign up online through the form shared by the Link of Cullman County. And that's your 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Now for a quick break before we look at the weather ahead and pay our respects with obituaries. I'll be right back after this quick message. Let's take a moment to pause and remember those who lost their lives this week. Christopher Jason Woods, 52 of Vinemont, passed away Thursday, May 28th. Graveside service will be Wednesday, June 3rd at 3 p.m. at Friendship Methodist Cemetery. Judy K. Ballew, 78, passed away Saturday, May 30th. Graveside service was yesterday at Antioch Baptist Cemetery in Fairview. Stephen Larry Thomas passed away Thursday, May 28th. Visitation will be today from 11 a.m. to noon at Moss Service Funeral Home, followed by a celebration of life. Committal service will be at Duck River Baptist Church. Visitation for Ruby Dean Corley is Thursday, June 4th from noon to 2 p.m. in the Cullman Funeral Home Chapel, followed by funeral service. Interment will be at Flint Creek Cemetery. Our thoughts and prayers go out to their friends and families. Now let's take a look at your weather forecast. Today starts with some patchy fog before 8 a.m., then we'll see mostly cloudy skies gradually give way to sunshine. There's a slight chance of showers with a few thunderstorms possible after 1. The high will be near 80. Tonight looks mostly clear with a low around 56. Tomorrow will be sunny and a little cooler with a high near 77. Tomorrow night stays clear with a low around 53. And that wraps up today's edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for sharing your morning with us, and remember to stay connected by following us on social media and visiting CullmanTribune.com for the latest from our community. We'll be back bright and early tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. Until then, I'm Christine Wiggins with Cullman Today. Have a wonderful day, Cullman.